In this video, I'll teach you a technique to be mean to a woman during a conversation and, with that, make her more interested in you. Doubt it? Then come with me. In this channel, I help you become a much more confident and secure man and conquer a relationship with a woman of value, that is, a woman who is really worth having around. Today, I want to encourage you to be meaner to women during conversations. But don't get me wrong. This doesn't mean being stupid or rude. You need to understand that what I'm talking about is being a little mischievous, knowing how to add touches of mischief to your speech. The truth is that the overly nice guy doesn't win anyone over. He's not attractive through words. The woman doesn't talk to him. This type of man is very afraid of displeasing. So, he agrees with anything. He doesn't make a slightly more acidic joke. He doesn't know how to put irony into his speech. That is, the nice guy doesn't know how to spice up the conversation. Therefore, you must have doses of mischief. You must get out of the realm of naivety because women are attracted to everything that has duality. An extreme frustration point for a woman, for example, is when she is in a relationship with a man who is just too nice. He's so nice that it seems like he doesn't react to anything, doesn't react to an offense from others, doesn't react to her disrespect, doesn't react if other men mess with her. He's a passive type of man who accepts everything, agrees with everything. This man is not attractive to the female. What women want to see in a man is duality. Duality is good and evil. This goodness of a virtuous, loyal, and honest man that she feels secure to have a relationship with needs to be accompanied by mischief. She wants a man who has a mischievousness in relation to the world, in relation to other men. And why is this attractive to a woman? I want you to do an exercise with me to remember and think about how the dynamics of our ancestors were thousands and thousands of years ago. When the woman became pregnant and received offspring inside the caves, all she had to protect her was a man. A strong man who hunted, fished, and brought food for that woman and her children. But this man did something more. This man also had mischief. He was perspicacious about dangers, predators, and other animals that had physical strength to harm. He didn't think everything was okay all the time. On the contrary, he was always alert, always on the lookout. Therefore, while this man protected the woman, he did good. But he also had mischief because he hunted, killed for that woman and that family. Thus, the man who conveys that in him resides good and evil, he gives strong indicators to a woman that he can protect her, and all of this at the subconscious level. Of course, today we no longer live in a time where we have to hunt, be on the lookout. But still, the woman unconsciously seeks this indication of a strong man who can protect her. So now, let's go to the 3 elements for you to bring mischief to a conversation, to show this element to a woman. The first secret is to disagree. Yes, you don't need to agree with everything a woman says. Disagreeing is essential. Now, let's understand how this disagreement works. It's not the disagreement of an immature man. Let's say you're talking to a woman and she says her favorite dish is eggplant, and you think eggplant is horrible, you hate it. At this moment, you think, well, now that I learned, I'm going to disagree and say that eggplant is horrible and that the really good and wonderful thing is pizza. If you do that, you are not disagreeing like a mature man. You seem like the sister of that woman. 2 siblings arguing over eggplant. Let's understand how to add a dose of malice. A nice guy will say, congratulations. Eggplant is very healthy. But with a touch of malice and adding a good seasoning to this conversation, you can say, my God, such a beautiful woman with a dubious preference. But not everything can be perfect, right? And laugh. Do you see that you disagreed without making a big deal out of it? You were there to show your opinion. You flirted. The second way to show yourself as a non-innocent man, that is, a man who has this malice towards a woman, is to establish boundaries. A student once told me a story about a woman who wanted to end her relationship with him. She said she was confused, sad, and thought it would be better if they stayed away from each other. And he replied something like, okay, if you leave, if you abandon me, that will prove that you never loved me. This kind of attitude, for example, does not establish good boundaries. You are not demonstrating that you are a well-positioned or mature man. You are, in fact, transmitting reactivity. Establishing limits, in 80% of cases, is about you being silent, simply acting with coldness and indifference. The woman says she's confused, that she doesn't know if it's better to stay away. You respond to that with an okay and distance yourself. Silence followed by your complete absence, for a woman, sounds like something not obeyed. And most of the time, that's how you're going to establish boundaries. But one thing is certain. If you're in a long-term relationship and a woman is disrespecting you, you need to make it clear. You need to say what attitude you don't like and that you won't accept it anymore. In other situations, silence is the best way to establish limits. The third way to be mean to a woman I'll explain through an example. Let's suppose a man is eating a cake or a chocolate. He then takes a photo, sends it to the woman with a comment like, "Look how delicious this is." However, a malicious man would send something like, "You are a delight, but nothing compares to this," and then sends a photo of what he's eating. Certainly, the woman will laugh. You have already called her a delight, and nothing compares to that. It's something subtle, it's soft, it's pleasant, it's malicious. Be sure, women always want to choose men they see as having this duality. If you liked this video, if it generated value for you, then leave your like down here and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.